I think Masuda, having made the team, specific questions should only be addressed and then given to them only.
Okay.
Otherwise, what will happen is those who are in the team will become null and void.
Yes.
Understood? If you handle everything and there are teams available and they have no activities to be done.
Yes.
And there is a link between the registration and the funding or pulling money and accounts. I think it should be those people who should talk to them and then find out. That could be the easiest method.
So Shubhraji is there. Good evening, Shubhraji.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Just a minute. Someone messaged that the link is not working.
They would have used the old link because you have sent a new link.
Yes.
So that is the reason.
Just a minute. I'll share her the link from here only. She is sharing for new link only that is unable to join in meeting. I'm not so technical person though.
Check whether that person who is trying to join has an official Gmail on which already the system is logged in.
Okay, sir.
If it is edu.in, some academic person whose login is by default an academic institution, normal open Gmail may not react. Ask them to log out or try from a phone where it is not logged in.
ഞാൻ ഔട്ട്സൈഡിലെ കുറച്ച് ആൾക്കാരെയും കൂടി ഇതിലേക്ക് ഇൻവൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ മാത്രം. കാരണം നമ്മുടെ പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ കുറച്ച് പേരേ ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പം വെളിയിലുള്ള കുറച്ച് അവരുടെ ഫ്രണ്ട് സർക്കിളും കൂടി ഞാൻ ഇതിനകത്തേക്ക് ആഡപ്പ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഇൻവൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോ ഓൺലി ഹിന്ദുസ്. അപ്പം ഇത് ഹിന്ദു ഫോറം ആയതുകൊണ്ട്
let others join lately. We can start our meeting. So what are the things, because DrTPS is new to the meeting, Shubhaji is new to the meeting. So I'll give a brief of what the international conference is all about and how we are going to proceed with it. Unlike other events which has like more of awards and more of things, we have focused on more of learning or knowledge exchange here. It will be of 3 days and there are 3 agendas that we are following. That is, first is early childhood care, second one is education, and third one is research work. That is, first part is for the special educators, pediatricians, and gynecologists, parenting coach, child nutritionist, and we will be resolving on the care issues and all the topics related to early childhood care in that sector. The second sector comes as education. That is all the necessary changes that needs to be made in the education system when we are talking about pre-primary sections, all the new technologies, latest technologies, also and new subjects that need to, that is 21st century skills that needs to be inculcated in the child. And we would be discussing Panchkosha in details. That is India's own indigenous curriculum. That is Panchkosha. Next, the third part is next, how the world can come together and help one another. Nations can help one another in ECC. How we can meet the global crisis, because there are so many things lagging in this sector and we have to actually work on that. And we want to work on ground level. Only workshop or talking on over the Zoom won't work. We have to do something concrete so that the second part and the first part are here. Third part is that here we have 2 persons from our research team. One is Dr. Shashi Kumar sir, second is Dr. Rajni Rao. So here we need to come up nearly at least 101 areas where research is yet to come in early childhood education, and how it can be done. What would be the methodology? How the documentation can be done? How the presentation can be done? How it can be done on ground level? So this is what we would be doing in the research part. Shashi Kumar sir, anything that you want to add on?
Nothing specific. There are
Okay,
some
Rajni?
questions I could answer. That's it.
Okay, Rajni, anything that you need to add on?
Let's get started, and I think then we will be able to understand. So let's get started with that.
For research work, only like people who are actually interested in research work, we have created a session with Shashi Kumar sir, so that they can understand what we are actually about. So it's not about copy pasting from anywhere on the internet. It's like creating something that is original, or rediscovering something in a new way, or that is something that is tried and tested one. So you have a Shashi Kumar sir session from 29th of this May to 31st, and I'm actually inviting the serious research people who want to actually do the research in this area. So even if it is 5, it is okay. Even if it is 100, it is okay. But we need serious people for this sector actually.
I'm counting days for that event. Eagerly counting days for that. And thank you so much for creating this event for us.
Thank you so much. Acha. Next thing is, apart from that, we have come up with the Federation for Early Childhood Educators. That is, it's an association that, and here it won't be like, we will have on the last day, we will have investiture ceremony of the association. That is Federation for Foundation Education, and last day we will have Giju Bhai Badeka ECC award. What we have discussed in our Delhi meeting, that first we will have a presentation about different, that is history of early childhood care and education, and making a highlight on Giju Bhai Badeka's life, because he was the pioneer of early childhood care and education in India. So there will be a Nukkad Natak, and what Giju Bhai Badeka, for Giju Bhai Badeka awards, it's not a paid award that everyone gets. We have a basic, ekdam basic nominal charge, nomination charges, so that we can get only serious candidates. So it will be just a minute. It will be like only serious person who are actually doing well in this sector. That is, we have different categories of award. They will be nominating themselves. It will be only 1,000 rupees charge, and after that they will be sending 10 teaching learning practices from their classrooms that they have done. And we, instead of only judging the methodology, if they are, if it goes written one, we are asking for the videos. How impactful is the teaching methodology or learning methodology in the classroom? How they are able to connect with the students? Because all the methodologies ultimately fail if we cannot connect to the students. So this will be, and it will be properly, there is a jury panel created, and apart from jury, when jury will first sort out in every categories 10 nominees who would be selected as finalists, and from the finalist list it will be only first, second and third. That is the best one, first runners up and second runners up, and no extra charges for this, no paid award as we have these days. So this is the last thing that we want, and even for our federation, it is the voting system. That is how we want to vote.
Masuda, just a moment. Sorry to stop you here. You told this award. Can we also participate in this?
Yes,
Or
the last one, best teachers trainer. We have for best curriculum development. There are different categories. If you can check. If you check.
Okay, so but are we eligible being in this committee also?
Every team member is eligible to participate.
One for more than one category also.
Yes, for more than one category also.
Yeah, thank you. Please continue.
I think those who are in the evaluation committee should not be participant.
Yeah. So I believe I'm not in the evaluation committee. Huh?
You want to avoid somebody.
Will either be in the jury or she will participate. Now the choice is hers.
Yeah, if you want to avoid somebody applying, you can put them in the jury.
Yeah, sir, then I'll participate.
So in this way we will have, and we are trying to pull out good registrations from abroad also. Till now it's eight registration, that is without payment, 8 registrations from 8 countries, and now we are working to make it 30 countries. We are trying to get good educators from 30 countries. Even the decor, what I have decided, it will be a good one. Model created for first the developmental milestone, then goes your Panchkosha curriculum, even the autism. Everything will have a model of in the venue. That is, everything will be like ye. And at last, it will be Shashi Kumar sir's and Rajni's column. That is, there is a wall where we will have framed one for 101 research works that we are going to take up in next 1 or 2 years, and how the things has to be, how we are going to work on it. That is, the things will be properly in a certificate, because this is a research sector. We can have some like good frames in
How your family members?
Hello. Yes, good evening, Shwetambre ji.
Very good evening, ma'am. Sorry, I'm a little late.
Not an issue, but because everyone is on time and we had to discuss something very important, so we had started. So,
Sorry, ma'am, I will keep it in mind now forward. Sorry, I'm really very sorry.
Not any. Just. So now.
Okay, ma'am, please carry on.
Yes. Now, the proceedings that has been done, the content part, that is all the invitation letters, even the brochure work, and I think that is all the brochures and invitation work. And today I was working on the content. 60% of the content is ready. Maybe by tomorrow I would be traveling, so maybe by next day I will be able to complete the content part, and I'll share it in the group in Word format first. If anyone wants to add anything, just give me that these are the things that are lagging in the brochure, and now we need to add this one. This is the point. Okay. After that comes your venue. We have seen the venue. We have talked to the venue person. So by this Saturday, we will be going for the venue booking. And anything else that we need to anything else from, because we have created different committees. So how can we work on different committees? Now it's our turn to discuss. First one is, if I check it,
Just one point, if you want to encourage research, probably you should have an award for the best research paper also.
Okay, sir. Done. Done, sir. Done.
Probably
And even,
in case if there are more than 10 papers, there are only 2 papers, don't consider for awards, I think.
okay, sir. So we will have this one also. So I think it will be, because for even your research workshop, it is like 12 people would be joining. As of now, there are 12 people. So maybe the 12 people are joining. I'm not very sure. So first is program committee, and due to some urgent work, Shelly couldn't join. She was somewhere out. So all the speakers, keynote sessions, she's preparing. And after that comes local arrangements. Local arrangements also, Sumanji has started with getting the things like what getting the costing done from for different local arrangements. Shelly is also working on that. Even Anamika has started her work on that. After that comes with our branding and promotion. This is led by Anamika. Today only I could complete the content part for what has to be, what all posters has to be given, what are the things, how it has to be promoted on social media, how the brochure has to be designed. So maybe by night I would be able to give her, and she can then work on it for next from tomorrow. And after that comes funding. We have started meeting peoples and getting sending sponsorship letters. Let's see and hope for the best. After that comes your technical committee. So technical committee is looked after by Ratish Gupta sir. So he would be streamlining with all the audio visuals, equipments, camera, and how the things because we are only getting the venue from them. Everything has to be from our side. So Ratish Gupta sir is working on that. Cultural part I am looking into. One is Nukkad Natak on Gijubhai Badeka's life, and others we are trying to create in a way so that it is completely related to early childhood education or care or something related to that. So we would need 5 to 6 days more to work on that. Next comes a very vital part, Gijubhai Badeka Awards. That is, we have to start inviting the participants. And after that, for tomorrow, because tomorrow I would be traveling. Next day we can have a meeting with the jury members, because we have to decide the criteria as a jury member. That is, till now it's Shashi Kumar sir, Manjeet Lega ma'am, Rajni was there, so she wants to be participant. So I'm there. So Smriti Agarwal ma'am is there, and I think Sneha Rathod ji, that is from Sanford Group. She is the CEO of Sanford Group. She would be there. So, and there we are. That is 10 jury members will be there. I have forgotten the names, and even if any one of you are interested, just give me your name, because being a jury has it will be we will be receiving thousands of videos. So going through the thousands of videos is a tough job. So if anyone amongst us is interested, please share your name so that we can consider for jury members, and we can have a criteria prepared that these are the criteria on which the different sectors will be judged on. Because and how the virtual interview would go. For every school or every participant, we will generate a code, and we will we would be using the code, and we'll have we will create a separate mail ID where we will get the mail entries with access. The jury members will only have the access to the mail ID, no one else. Next is research papers and research work. So Shashi Kumar sir and Rajni Rao is there from the research team, and even so first we need the guidelines how the research. If anyone wants to present their research paper, what are the things that they need to keep in mind? That is a guideline one, so that we can circulate it to them when they send their name for research entries. That is, for example, anyone is interested. Suppose I am Masuda Yasmin is interested in research work, and I want something holistic development or anything topic from early childhood education, and I can't just copy paste and make it we call it a research. So there has to be a specific guideline that how research paper will be accepted and what would be the criteria. The first thing that you and Rajni need to work out is creating the guidelines, and then we will again encourage the participants to again interested people to again participate in the workshop by Shashi Kumar sir, and after that they can start working on that under DrTPS and Dr. Rajni's guidelines. And we will be getting the research journal published. It will be like a registered one, and all the research work we would be sending to UNICEF and all the education ministries across the globe, including.
Masina, I have a query. I had a recently 4-year child who came to me for counseling. He was facing some issues in school. Can I put that in the research paper, the case that I had?
You can just I'm not the right person to connect for this. For this, you can connect to Shashi Kumar sir and Rajni Rao.
So then we can discuss this during our research workshop. What we have in 3 days, that time I can discuss it with sir over there.
I have already posted in the schedule of our research group. Maybe we can have one-to-one discussion on identifying the problem, so that on that day what you present will become a sample for others as a guidance.
Yes.
Fine, sir.
Understood. So if you are ready with something, we can discuss that, and then that can be one of the. And generally, what is to be hidden is like a cinema. When you make, they will write, no. It is nothing to do with the people who are living, and no connection directly and indirectly. That is good enough. Otherwise, yes, without taking their permission, you are not able to. That's it.
Okay. Next comes your FFE launch, that is Federation for Foundation Education. So we are getting members registered, and this is on voting, and there are 3 person for presidentship. So what next can be done is we will be getting the presidents elected maximum by July end or June mid. June mid will be too early, so June end, and after that the president can start nominating people from different states, countries as country heads, and we want only serious people while nominating who are going to work on ground. That is identifying the problems of early childhood educators or the problems in the schools, who can go for a quality analysis when required. So we need only serious people. Maybe even if it is 2, it is good. We don't want a crowd, but they have to be very serious people. Next, itinerary, brochures, handbook, leaflets, letter formats. We are working on it. We have already started working on it. So maybe by tomorrow, I'll be able to give these. After that, media coverage and promo. That day I met, few days back, I met like Dean and Director from India Today Group. So he's said after the letter, after he receives letter, it would be like in all the, not only in Astak or India Today, we will have coverage from all the national channels, and even one of our team member is trying for BBC One also, so that we can have international coverage in a good way. Accounts is handled by accounts part, that is we have prepared the budget. Preparation is already done. The budget is going around, that is bare minimum, it's starting from 50 lakhs to 1 CR. So after that we will be working on how it can be like done in a proper way. So budget part I'll be sharing by I think Thursday or Friday I will be able to share it in the group, because we have already started the work and 90% of the work is done in this area. And after that comes, we will have a small event backend management, that is that would be that comes quite later. And after that comes your, we will have a small handbook with latest development in ECCE. That is all the latest developments in ECCE. We will be adding all the things that are to be all the panelists, and a brief about all the panelists and experts, the people who would be like our speakers, a brief about everyone and how they have contributed to the education world, what is their contribution. There will be a handbook for that, and so that even when anyone is on stage, suppose I'm on stage, so people must know that what is my contribution to ECC, so that, or to the education world, so that they are more interested to listen to me. Because all the panelists or all the people who are in this category, the keynote speakers, we are actually, what we are doing is we are trying to come up with the best ones and the selected ones. And all the latest updates on ECC with proper datas, we need to get in this handbook. Like, I have one data from, it was one of the news in, I think, Education Today or somewhere, that is, India needs 3 crore early childhood educators in next 3 years, and that to train one. This was one of the things. So anything that is concrete, we can just put it in, and latest development, how it is going to work, why the changes, and some articles. So we can have a small magazine or and a handbook prepared for this. And for this, we will have some sponsored pages also, for not for the articles, but for if anyone wish to display their brand over there. And for content or anything, there will be no, you can just, if it is a good content, it will be reviewed by a team, the content team, and we can just put it in the A. So it will be on selective basis that these are the contents that can be given, and that can be added in the like maths. Next is book launch, and if there are books on ECC, it can be for the educators, it can be for the students, anything beneficial, and those who want to go for it, we can have a book launch ceremony for them also. Next is cross-checking with all the committees. So this is also a very vital work, so that anyone can link up to everyone with everyone, because everyone is interrelated. Anything else that we need to discuss? That is, acha. Now comes the registration part. We have kept for foreign delegates. It is 500 USD. That is that would including their fooding, lodging, and staying here. No, fooding. Yes, fooding is there. Lodging is there. Fooding and lodging here in India. That doesn't include the tickets from abroad. Next comes your for national, like for Indian delegates or speakers or participants, it is 8999, and for our team members, it is 3999. This is the things that we have done till now. Anyone or anything that we need to add on, please tell me so that we can work on it. Anyone wish to add something to this?
Masuda, under which category should I be registering ideally? As a delegate 3999 or as a speaker 8999?
Even for speakers, or we have a separate charge or paper presentation. That is, who want to present their research work, it will be an added 3,000. You will be registering under 3999 because you are a team member. If you want to present your research work, then it will be 3,000 more.
Yeah, that is research. But as we discussed, I will be talking about the Panchakosh curriculum. So
yes,
for that segment is included in this 3999?
Yes. For team members, it is included.
Thank you.
Masuda,
Yes, sir.
now onwards, when we speak of some numbers, no, I was just checking the number when you are mentioning.
Yes.
We should be very clear and don't quote a newspaper because they need not be correct. As my understanding on the population, if I know less than 4 years, it is approximately 12 crores, not more than that. Maybe less than 6 years, it is approximately 16 crores. If the number of students in a class is 20,
Yes.
assuming that there is only one teacher for 20 students, I don't think that is not the right one. Generally, for early childhood.
Actually, sir, that was only for the government sector. That 3 crore in government sector would be required.
It is not. What I am saying is the number is too large.
Okay, sir.
Even if you count 20 students, one teacher, I don't think in a normal case that is what will happen. With the helpers and a teacher, that is what is best. And for 25 students, there is a 3 teachers of something like that. Then it could be approximately 1 crores.
Okay.
Otherwise, it is 50,000 or 70,000, not more than that. I mean, 70 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 70 lakhs, not 1,000.
Okay. Yeah. So we have one more expert in the team, a very experienced person, Rajput sir. Sir, your inputs and anything that you want to add on and how we should proceed, you can just guide us.
So thank you so much for making me as a part of your team. So all the things what you have said, it is very meticulously done, and what Dr. TP was talking about it, and what Dr. Madam Rashid is going to ensure it. I will come to the other part where you talk about the care issues related to the medical part, right? Okay, or the medicine part, which is very important. So I have some of the points which I like to know from you. That there's a 3 days conference. Which day will be dedicated on this important segment? That is on 26th or 27th or 28th. This is point number 1. Yeah.
What I was thinking, it will be an evening, morning to evening conference on day 2. That is 27th.
Yeah, correct.
So the first part can be for the doctors. That is the morning shift.
Okay. and one speaker. Per speaker, how many minutes supposed to talk?
Sir, for panel discussions, when there are, we wish to conduct a panel discussion with 10 panelists at one go. So we will have 10 to 12 minutes for one panelist.
So you mean to say that 10 panelists will be there in one panel discussion?
Yes.
Correct? So it will be almost a session of 1.5 hours. And the moderator will be there, he will be or she will be adding at least 10-15 minutes. So it will be 2 hours. Do you feel that 2 hours for one particular subject?
Then we can make it for panel discussion, we can make it only 5 minutes so that we can wind up.
Or Nazim, see, the thing is, when the panel discussion which you are arranging it, very nice, it has to be on the particular subject you'd like to add. So what I feel, I'll talk to you separately if the time doesn't permit here. But at the same time, suppose it is related to the gynecologist, right? And it is related to the early child care, or it is related to the pediatrician, or it is related to the autism. So there are 4 segments are there, correct?
Yes.
There are 4 segments. Pediatrician may not be taking care for all the autism child. And gynecologist will be taking care for the early child part, which is very important, what the care has to be taken. Then the pediatricians will be totally taking care for that part. So you have to have 3 different types of the panel discussion where the people will be able to understand that what they are going to have a take-home message, right? So this is the thing which I am feeling. And then it means then there should be only a panel discussion. There should not be any of the presentation by any of the specialists, correct?
Yes, sir. And we will have only 2 expert talks of 20 minutes in this sector.
Okay, so if you talk about the expert talk for the two of the professionals, so you want one should be a pediatrician or you want or a gynecologist, combination of this, or what do you want?
One pediatrician and one person who has a good who has done a good work on autism and delayed development.
Special needs, basically.
Actually, children with special needs. I think that is the need of the hour.
We are all looking forward for special needs. And third, a psychologist if possible, because child psychology is also one thing that, mental health, very good.
Mental health of the child. So we
Give me 5 minutes time, I'll speak as a child psychologist.
Yes, she can. 100%.
I'll speak on it. 5 minutes.
So no, you'll give you 20 minutes if everybody allows you, alright, okay, because I know about your strength, the great strength of yours. Right. So,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So we have one of the member here, all over to Amasuda ma'am, that whether how she's going to put it here. So I am summarizing what I am supposed to take here. You said about it on the second day, it is going to happen, and in the first half, it will be there. There will be 2 professionals or 3 professionals now. We'll be talking on one in the pediatrician, second on the special needs of the child, and third is like Sonia ma'am has said about it that she may be one of the part of the child psychologist, right? So these are 3 things are there with a 20-minute session. Second thing is what you said about it, the 5 panel members will be there. We'll be discussing on a subject which you are going to finalize or you want that we should be finalizing along with the team, so that this group of the panelists who will be there, right, they should be a mixed panelist or they should be of one domain, which is very important.
Sir, actually you are an expert in this, so I would like you can come up with the topics that can be taken up, and
Okay.
as per the topic you can just plan it out how we can proceed. We will have for this segment on second day we will have nearly 3 hours, and which can be expanded to 3.5 hours.
Master, I have an idea here for the panel discussion. One panel discussion can be where we have panelists like nutritionist, pediatric, somebody who deals with these kind of things for the child. We can have one panel discussion totally on that. how
Yes.
it can impact on a child with the food that they are eating or the activities that they are involved in. And the second one could be like, focusing on the academics, where we have teachers from the primary sector, what are the problems that they are facing and how they could make it better, and with psychologists and counselors. So, it would be a very nice mixture. We can have 2 panel discussions with, 1 hour or 1.5 hour duration. So that 3 hours can be divided into 2 segments and we can have a healthy discussion.
Yes. Sumanji wants to say something. Sumanji, please, we would love to hear from you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I just want to know that is there any particular criteria to add on with the panelists, or is it like they have to pay something or not? Like, how are you choosing the panelists?
If it is, we are first planning for a paid one, because when we were discussing budget in the Delhi meeting, per head budget is going around 5,600 that we are expending on them for everyone. That is, for team members, it will be a kind of subsidy from our end, but the actual one, it may go higher, and it included the felicitation, that is the memento, it includes the food, it includes the venue charges, it includes what more we have, the welcome kit. Even the welcome kit has to be like you are welcoming someone to India and international conference, which will have all the, because it's a knowledge program where we are going to exchange so much of knowledge. So we have to make a good like things in the welcome kit also. So I think we should go for a paid one, so that even if we, so that for that also we can go for get some serious candidates, because if we make it free, everyone wants to speak out, and we won't get that time to let everyone speak out, because here there are so many things that we need to take up. Second part on second day, second half will be dedicated to all the research works. That is, it will be for Shashi Kumar sir and Rajni Rao, Dr. Rajni Rao, to take up how the second half can be planned out, because that will be related to all the research works in the early childhood education sectors. All the research presenters will be there, and what are the much needed things and how it can be done. This will be the second half of second day. And for first day, it will be with the early childhood education sector. Here on the second day, first half, second day, second half, it will be research work. And first day in the evening, first day we are starting the event at 4 o'clock in the evening. So by 5 o'clock we will be able to start with the panel discussions and all everything. So 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock or 9:30, 9 o'clock we can have for the education part. The first day will be the education part, and after the third day we will have only one expert talk and only one panel discussion. Apart from that, the third day will be dedicated to investiture ceremony of Federation for Foundation Teachers Education Office Bearers with an oath, and a serious oath. And next comes your award ceremony, Gijubhai Badeka award function. So we will play even all the winners. Suppose Rajni Rao is the winner for teachers training category. So why she has been given, her video will be played, the 10 videos that she has shared will be played. So the second day will be like everyone will be engaged, and it will be a duration would be like a hectic one. So for third day we will only have one expert talk and one panel discussion, and rest day will be dedicated to investiture ceremony and award function. If anyone wants to change something, or anyone has an idea that can be better than this, we can just work out on this.
Are we felicitating the panelists also who are taking part in the panel discussion? Because it will be a great one.
Yes.
So they will expect some kind of felicitation.
Yes, everyone who is there, right from the team member, right from the back-end team, from the volunteers, the panelists, the international delegates, national delegates, the speakers, the participants, everyone is being like felicitated, and even the people who have sent their registration for Gijubhai Badeka Awards, they will get the certificates only. No, winners will get the awards, but everyone will get the participation certificate. So felicitation is for everyone. And there will be like 3 days. Everything will be covered properly in every media. National channels all the national channels are there.
Should we have any uniform for like colored or any theme for this event for 3 days?
As per all of you suggest, I think we, instead of uniform, because volunteers will have the uniform, so we can have color theme instead of uniform. So if one is comfortable in gown, they can go for gown. If one is comfortable in sari, they can go for sari. So anything, we can have the color code just, but we have uniform only for the volunteers. That is volunteers. We are getting volunteers from management colleges, so they will have their uniform.
So now what you said about it, what Sonia ma'am has said, that there will be a 2 panel discussion, right? Okay, so let us coin it down, because what actually we wanted, and then we should start working on that part, and there will be 2 discussions or 2 presentations will be there by the specialists, right? So what I request you that discuss among this thing, take the help of Sonia ma'am, right, and other people also, and then come to the conclusion that what is the thing, because then we have to pursue with the doctors, right, because these people will be busy, they have a commitment, right. Second thing is, I like to know that when these guys, they are coming as a panelist or as a speaker, because they are supposed to pay.
Pardon, sir?
If the doctors are coming as a panelist or as a speaker, they are supposed to pay.
So if they can pay, that will be the best part, because the costing per head is going around 5,600. That is, we are giving a very good warm welcome kit.
And that is true. I'm so sorry, I'm cutting you in between. Sonia ma'am can tell, and the people who are related to the medical profession, doctors never pay from their pocket. Right, doctors never ever pay there for the pocket, because we are pharma and noise is coming from there. Okay, so that is the thing. That is the thing which is.
Yes, sir. Then how can we go forth for it? Just suggest now so that we can work on it.
Okay, fine. We will work on that part, which is important.
I think the speakers, panelists are giving their knowledge, and they should not be charged. Otherwise, it looks like.
Will not come. Dr. TP, let me tell you, because
for panelists and expert talks, we can skip out the charges.
Actually, otherwise it looks like any other business program which is being run by many people around.
Okay, then we can go for.
If it is an academic activity, and if it is a knowledge sharing platform, you cannot charge them, and no serious people will come.
Correct.
I'll tell you, forget about this, whether I am part of it or not. If I am called, if I have not been taken care of well, if my travel, it is not that I cannot spend money from my travel, but if I am not taken care of well, I will not attend any programs. Because why should I? Because every day there are programs, right? Understood? So this is not correct thoughts also. And I'll tell you, the best thing could be each of these. Now we have discussions on how much time for each, where are the panelists, who are the people. That's why we have a subcommittee, and subcommittee should discuss thoroughly and then come with a clear plan. And this meeting of core committee should be to present those people who have done their homework, come and present. And maybe somebody else can suggest this is not right, this is how it is to be modified. First ask them to make a blueprint and then come. So that this many number of, you need not accommodate 100 people to speak. There are quality speakers, 1 or 2 are good enough, 3 or 4 are much better. Otherwise everybody will want to share the stage. It will become like another mela, right? And also, if you have got a schedule, tell from this time to this time is the serious academic activity. In between there is no fun, so that people can spare their time, go and sit there, because Delhi is a place people may not attend all throughout the day. And in between, if there is fun, the whole thing will go and you will not become uncomfortable sitting there. So decide that, oh, this first half is very serious, the second half is going to be decorations and such things. And number 2, you have got Ministry of Information Bureau, you have got the tourism department, you have got the private parties who runs lot of activities. If you are giving a stall, ask them to put the flyer with all the printed details about India, Delhi. This will also become a good information to circulate. I am sure tourism department has got a beautiful method of accommodating. If you tell, seriously, if you tell there are 30 countries participating, go and talk to the director of tourism. I am sure they will be able to support you. Okay. There are a lot of ministry members who wanted to have such programs. You could approach them. And you can have variety of cultural programs for which you don't have to pay, because there will be lot of small associations like Gujarat Association, Kerala Association. They wanted to demonstrate their abilities. So don't spend money on any of the cultural activities on recommendations where you are going to pay. It looks so rubbish and foolish sometimes. Academicians have to pay for the conference, and the artists who make jokes will get paid for that, right? Understood? It is
so nice, sir, so nice.
Yeah. So you can have, identify the associations with the different. The first thing what is probably to start with after this is to have a date fixed for a serious press conference, in which you should have a clear cut definition what you are going to do. For example, whenever somebody gives a budget, there is a rule. You cannot say 50 lakhs to 1 crore. No. That shows homework is not done. It should be only 20% violations. The RE, the recurring expenditure after the budget presentation, is permitted only 10%. I am an MBA in a program planning project management. So we do project planning for the whole ISRO. I was part of it. Understood? So if somebody makes a paper saying that, yeah, it is between 5 rupees to 10 rupees, that means they have not done the job. If it is 9 rupees to 10 rupees, it's understandable, because 1% is what is, even that is too much. I'm only telling that. So I think these activity should be given to individual committee. It is a very preliminary stage, but it's not a preliminary stage, because I am sure a traveler have to plan for August well in advance, otherwise ticket will become huge.
Yes.
Understood? I have an invitation for next week for Jammu Kashmir. When I found the ticket fare is 30,000 rupees. Otherwise it would have been 10,000 rupees. They are ready to sponsor. I said, no, I don't want to come. Don't spend money 20,000 extra for me. Understood? So you have to be reasonably well in advance decided. Those who pay, those who book tickets, only confirm them as participants. So when you say, there has to be an account saying from India how many people are registered, so that it shows it will happen.
Yes.
Understood? If that has to happen other than the social media savvies, it has to be in the press. Understood? So it is very, very essential to come out in press, create a press meet, make it very clear to all of them. You can have press meet, even webinar also, doesn't matter. And identify few papers who will really project it so that the other paper will feel ashamed and then next day they will put it. I also worked in press. I was in Times of India to start my job. Understood? So what happens is when the press comes, if you just put it in the press as a press note, nobody will publish. Unless you call for a press meet and take care of them well. So you should approach and well in advance plan so that others also could join. Understood? Not that day I am there in Lucknow, please join, doesn't happen. So well in advance, if there is a program, where are you going, what are the activities, so that those becomes suppose it happens in Lucknow, one of the activity, it could become a project which you can project this as an activity and the next day Lucknow paper will cover it. In the whole India, we can have such small programs in which this can become an activity.
Okay, sir. So we can go forth with this, and for any panel discussions or expert talks, we will make it a free. We will won't have any charges for the. This is the next thing that I need to make a point of, and apart from that, anything else that we need to discuss?
So then what Dr. TPS said, we have to have a blueprint, that the team should start working on that. It is very important. And once the blueprint is ready, right, and then we will finalize in the core committee. This is the way the people will take the responsibility and they will carry on the things. This is very important. So that is all from my side which I like to. And once the things are ready, then we have the clear-cut roadmap, we have the goal, we will have this, how we are going to make it. That is all. Then I will discuss with Sonia ji, and I will also finalize what are the ways which we are going to have, because it requires one-to-one discussion, what topic has to be added, what not has to be added, right, and which type of the doctors has to be invited, because how we are going to pursue. And then somebody from Delhi should be there to meet them, right, and to ensure them that they should be invited well with all the brochures, all the details, so that they should have that urge to come, and they should feel very proud that yes, they are coming and they are going to contribute in this particular conference.
Yes.
Because as such doctors, they have multiple conferences and they are not very fascinated to go conferences, because they are in habit of attending all 5-star conferences and they are very much pampered. You know that. And we as a pharma company, we have spoiled them very badly. So that's why we say about it. Yeah.
So in next meeting, all the committees need to sit with the blueprints of what we are planning, and after that we can discuss it in the group.
Ask for
how about having meeting with each committee once, so that we can plan it out in a better way?
Okay.
I have already posted these points in the core group, number 1. Number 2, also
Thank you.
whenever you are discussing, I am putting my reflections on that. Number 2, there are a lot of associations like Ayush is very active. You tell them to put a stall and they will fund you. There are so many such organizations in government where you will have to go personally, talk to the concerned, and create a letter pad very clearly depicting who are all the stakeholders in this, so that they will value that, right? And then project that, and then along with the letter go and then talk to them, identify, then fund will not be a problem. Like a tourism department can have.
I would be disturbing you regarding this, so that I can get the.
No, I think it should be the responsibility of the corresponding committee. Now just now Masuda said, yeah, we will not have money for this panelist and this. Don't take individual decisions. What happens is, when you take individual decision, on what I am supposed to do also, Masuda will agree or may not agree. We don't even remember what you agreed, what you don't agree. Therefore, all that what happens in the core committee, it should go into the subcommittee. Subcommittee should discuss, like just now Sonia was asking. Subcommittee should discuss, make it as a recommendation. So your suggestions is only suggestions, not decisions. When you decide, what happens is, don't run it like a one-man show who runs everything, who handles everything and then decides, right? It should go in a different mode. Otherwise, what happens is, At the last moment, somebody will say, no, I don't have any fund to provide you. You take care of yourself, and it will become big chaos.
Yes.
Yeah.
So circulate the minutes of meeting, Masuda ma'am, which is very important. Circulate the minutes of meeting, right? And the what are the action plan? Yeah, I think I've not seen that what you have said it.
I am recording it. I will also post it onto YouTube and private circulate in the group. Will not be on YouTube for public.
Correct. Second thing is, then there has to be the action plan, what is there and what is the timeline, which is very important. Right. So in that we will be able to monitor the thing that how we are progressing and where we are not able to progress. What DrTPS said about it, that there are so many organizations there in Delhi. So the person who is well versed about the Delhi, who are in the corresponding team and all, give the duty to him or to her to prepare a list of such of the organization. Right. And when you have the list of 10, 20, you may not get from all the help of all 20. You may get the help of with 5 only. Because the time is 2 months and government job is like a snail speed. Right? You cannot get it immediately. So that you prepare the entire things and then let the people should come on this core committee meeting and they should present that these are the 20 organizations which have prepared the list. I contacted 7 of them. Out of 7, 3 has assured it and remaining 13 I am going to contact by the next week so that we should be able to get the thing. This is the way that we should be now discussing in the blueprint and action plan, monitoring and the progress of the thing, which is very important.
I don't know whether I have put in the publications of proceedings of the conference. I don't know whether I have posted the proceedings of the conference as one of the printed. It is not there, right? Check if it is not there, add that. And I'm sure you can get a lot of advertisements, including NMDC will give money for advertisements. So you put the back cover of the proceedings which you are going to circulate, maybe 2000, and tell them that on the back cover this much is the cost. And once you put that cost, back inner cover, front inner cover, and each page wise, half page, etc., and approach many people, they have a lot of money which can be given for such activities.
Okay.
NMDC has, I know.
Yeah. Okay. One more thing. We have Anamika Jha and Anshu Chakravarti from our core team here. So, can I get your inputs too? Anything else that I need to add on while I prepare the minutes of the meeting? Anshuji and Anamika ji, are you there?
Yeah. Hi, Masuda. Good evening, sir. Good evening, all. Actually, I completely agree with Dr. P.K. Rajput said that that was the main point which we are missing. We can't take charges. Na? I completely 100% agree. We should involve them in panel discussions, speakers. We can't charge them. Okay, and we need to have the first like sponsors. Okay. We can, as per TP says, Dr. TP says suggestions, we can go ahead with this. We, Anshuji and Suman Chakravarti sir, will be working on that. Okay?
Okay.
Anshuji, more and more regarding this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anshuji, any input from your end?
Good evening, everyone. I just want to say that distribute the responsibility so everybody will know that yes, I have to do this thing, Anamika ji have to do that, the other thing. So it will not be confused. We will not be confused. What should we have to do?
Yes, duties has been already circulated, but we need to have now a complete blueprints from every team. That is so that we can proceed.
Masuda, as we haven't got any confirmation from any team members regarding their roles and responsibility that they are agreed to do it or proceed it or not. So we need to have that one first.
Okay, then we will circulate in mail.
In that case, we will not get any input.
I think best thing should be the very serious committees you call for a meeting on a specific day and then finish it off one by one.
Okay, sure. We can actually. Shweta ji and Shubhra ji, Praniti is there. Anything that you want to add on?
Good evening, ma'am. This side Shita. Yes, same thing I want. One should know what we need to perform. That is very right. We must assign the duties to every member so that one should be clear. As you know, I am new in this, so I want to work with a team. Right. So I want kindly, ma'am, assign me a duty so that I try to perform it. And if I'm wrong anywhere, you should correct me on that aspect. That I want to know.
Okay, that is we can have team to team meetings. So that, for example, if anyone is in a committee for Gijubhai Badeka Awards, so we will have a separate meeting for them. Yes, we can do it. And can we take a date like next Sunday as a day where the core committees can have a proper blueprint of what they are going to do and how they are going to do?
Masuda, one more thing. Kindly arrange the meeting a day before so that everyone could join. I think there are many people, those who haven't joined yet. Okay?
Yes.
This agenda is only discussed between us. I think so only 11 members are there.
Yes.
Masta, before that,
I suggest it should be like one at a time. Everyone is not required. You take 1 point, 1 team, and the core members. That's it. That's my suggestion.
Okay. We can do that.
The others are not even required in the first go. You take your blueprint and then go with the second. You have made like 10 points, right? And you have delegated the works to 10 people. 10 core people. So your core team, 4 or 5 members and one person. 1 person or 1 point. That's discussed, say 1 hour's time. Next, take the other one. Then you have all the informations together.
Yes. Sumanji, we will actually proceed now in that way.
what I was saying, each committee you've assigned certain things. The Excel sheet, what we have, there are a few duties that are mentioned over there. The role is mentioned and the names are mentioned. We can arrange for a meeting with those people, explain them, see, this is the committee, this is what you are expected to do, this is your role. If they are comfortable, they will stay in the team. Otherwise, they can just leave out and we can look out for new people. They should understand their role and responsibility before saying a yes.
Yes.
That is more comfortable. We can arrange for each committee like this. A 30 minutes session also will be fine. Just explain them what they have to actually do, what is expected out of them. Let them decide whether they want to stay in the committee or not.
Yes.
No, those who are here, those who are at least here are aware which are all the committees they are into and what are the roles which they have to play. That itself is a good thing, I am saying. And then give that responsibility for the next 1 or 2 meetings they attend, put them into the place so that they can call the subsequent meetings and team discuss, and then only get into the core committee as Rajaputji is telling.
Okay. Pranati wants to say something.
Yes, good evening to one and all present here. As of all you know, I am new to this committee and just I was listening from each and every point, and whatever Sonia ma'am has just narrated now, that same point I want to say, the whichever rule, duties and responsibilities we have given, so how to execute it, that everyone should know. That's the main point. Yes, duties and responsibilities are come to us, but how to execute it, that is the main point.
I think you have a chair and you have a secretary. Once you meet together, Pranadi, everybody is new to this group because the conference plan itself is new. Correct?
Yeah.
So those committees, when the subcommittees will meet, I think items will become very clear. I am sure those who attended here will know that what are all the focus, what is to be seen while presenting paper, doing research, maybe the entertainment, the fund, the poster presentation, many points have come. So once you sit into the subcommittees, I am sure what is responsible for that subcommittee can be discussed, make the minutes and then post it there.
Yes.
Okay.
I think wide circulation of this whole conference has not happened. There are a lot of people who are admins and core part of different WhatsApp groups, different activities become. I have posted onto my Facebook, shared across onto my 6 or 7 of my pages. But I have not seen in many places where they are core members, they are active members. I think it should get circulated quite well. There may be people who are much more active, interested, also will raise their hand to take part here, right?
Okay,
Is
sure.
it open it up? Open it up.
Okay, sir. Sure, I'll do that. I'll do that. Do this. So, can we wind up the meeting?
And I would request next meeting, whenever you are finalizing, I personally request you that at least one day in advance, if you are aware about the meeting, right? So fortunately today I was here, otherwise a lot of meetings going on for me as well.
Okay. So, can we take up this Sunday evening 6 o'clock for the next meeting? Or Sunday evening 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock?
Weekday is better for everybody. Masuda, our Sunday may not be convenient for
the only day for family actually.
Masuda, I posted in the group.
Saturday.
I think Masuda, I posted in the group asking the subcommittees to meet. Subcommittees to meet, come with some plan, then call the core committee. Otherwise, again, it will be like a rough meeting only. I think as you complete at least minimum important subcommittee meetings and decide, come with a written program, and then circulate it in the group, then I think the whole other people can join. Otherwise, the subcommittee meetings also post there based on the chairman and secretary and 1 or 2 member decides this is the day we are going to meet. One day in advance, post it there. Others who wanted to join, that let them join, give suggestions, made the group very active.
Yes.
Then come back to this.
Okay, sir. Sumanji, anything that you want to add on?
Yes, I think now we don't have to wait till Sunday. We should have, meeting every day with one group or take one subgroup, as Dr. TP said. That subgroup meeting is very important, first of all. Second, subgroup connecting with the core group. That is the most important thing. So every day now onwards, because August is not very far. I think it's really, we are at very less of a time.
Yes.
So, Masuda ma'am, I just want to know, because I was seeing this, Mr. Suman is speaking, is right, very right. I echo on his point. He is from Delhi.
Yes.
Sir. Fantastic. So I'll be able to take the help. And Dr. Anshu Chakravarti, so she is a medical doctor or she is basically an academician?
She is academician.
Academician, okay. So then I will also take the help of Sonia ji, because then we will, right, and then we will finalize it because it is very important. And I'm sure Mr. Suman is the academician. Academician, correct?
No. He's into corporates.
Okay, he's in the. So can you just send because okay, fine. It's good that we should know our team member also.
They have Anshuji and Sumanji because they have a good link in medical sector. I think Anshuji's maternal uncle, he is one of who holds a good post in IME.
Not an issue. We will take
So they can report that.
No, may I know, Rajabutji, which team you are talking about?
I'm talking about the medical team. That is the last one. Medical fraternity connection 21 is there.
Okay, so what I suggest is probably you decide a date and then start the meeting, so that it becomes.
That I will do it. That's the reason I want to understand who are the people associated with me, right?
Okay.
They are basically from Delhi or they are basically from other parts.
Okay.
That I will be working with them and I will be ensuring that how the things can happen. So immediately I'll have a call with Sonia ji because she understands and along with other people. I'll make the things happen. And at the same time, I would like to have the number of Dr. Anshu Chakrabarti, though it is there in that, but many of the people, we are not aware about it, right? This is a real number of Dr. Anshu or which number is there. So again, to have the no confusion, if you can just send the address to all of us, so we know the name of the person and the mobile number.
Anshuji, Sumanji, please share a hi with Rajput sir.
Yeah, that's better. Right,
We already did, but
Masuda, there is one more suggestion. If we can form exclusive WhatsApp group for the subcommittees where we have the core mentor. For every subcommittee is one core mentor and people working, discussing. So then we will be updated on a day-to-day basis and we will be in loop of how things are going on. So I request DrTPS because I come under his committee. So can we go ahead and create a subcommittee WhatsApp group, sir?
I think it will become another. See, I only made the whole format. I gave the whole Excel sheet format after the first discussion that day night itself. Within 2 hours, I made that format. It has got many committees. So if you look at, we will have so many subgroups and it becomes so unmanageable. Best thing could be you can communicate to the chairman or people to know the names and things together, but post the meeting discussions, minutes of the meeting in the one core committee. Otherwise itself, I think Masuda has, and me and Masuda, they're in 8 to 10 WhatsApp now, I think.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes, sir. Right, sir. We'll go ahead.
It will become too much. Actually, it become. Yes. I have got nearly 40-50 WhatsApp committees. So
I understand that. Oh, you'll do with that.
Too mad out of all this. So best thing could be post that all that what is discussed. I am posting it there. So the best thing could be to post there and individually. The core committee chair or maybe the secretary can go messages and then put the what is that you want this day our meetings are there. Let others who are interested also can join, and if you want to suggest somebody, suggest them also into the meeting, so that can be added. In fact, the whole thing, if it has to happen in the volume in which it is being planned and then thought about, we need more number of active people. Not more number of people, more number of active people. I am sure there will be many more active people outside where we also know whether to connect. Everybody will be doubting whether to connect, does it worth connecting or not, right? So I am sure we should have 1 or 2 meetings, then we will feel confident, yes, we should act. That could be the best thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's only suggestion. If Rajani wanted to do it, we have another group anyway that can be converted as the core group for the research, right?
Related to research.
Yeah, research related to research. We have a committee group which for the 29th that day. I am sure that can be converted as a group which become active there also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So for today, let's wind up, and I have one more meeting after this, and after that I'll be sharing if we have missed out. I think Shashi Kumar sir has covered almost everything that we discussed. But if anything is left out, I'll just club it up and add it after my meeting, which is after this meeting we have one more team meeting. So after that we can I'll just work on that minutes of the video.